Hi.
Hi.
Oh my God. Welcome to episode 2. Has it aged? If you listened to episode 1 and shared it and liked it, Fairfox, thank you.
Massive thanks.
Yeah. We actually got some really good feedback from it. There were some people that were like, geez, I haven't heard Within in fucking ages. Thank you. I'm looking forward to the next ones.
I hadn't heard Within until that day, so.
Yeah, so grand. Also, let me just get this in here.
Oh, you got a good crack.
Yay,
You heard
that's
that.
what it's all
Yes,
about.
yes, you did. Gotta love a good crack.
Ultra Fiesta Mango.
That's a nice one, actually.
Nice, grand, yeah. So I'm Dave, and this is Jimmy here. If you haven't heard the first episode, basically what we're doing is we're going through old Irish demos, be it metal or rock or whatever, and we're just seeing if they've aged, and we're going to judge on performance, production, and execution, and see how it holds up to today. But it doesn't even have to be in Ireland. That's all we have in our backlogs.
And we're gonna pull funny faces.
That's that. We're going to pull funny faces, and oh fuck, what was I going to say? Yeah. Again, it doesn't have to be in Ireland. It doesn't even have to be metal. It can be rock, but that's primarily where we're going through. So
yeah, it can be anywhere. It can be Europe. It can be Russia. It can be Asia. It can be America. So if you've got demos and you want us to react to them, send them our way. Anything before 2008.
Yeah, anything before 2008, and preferably without Pro Tools. And and no bands from Sweden, please, because you're all just fucking. Your shittiest Swedish demo in the 90s is going to be better than most of what we're about to listen to. So,
yeah, fuck you guys. Stop being so good.
Yeah. Fuck's sake, having grants for metal and all that kind of stuff.
I'm going to say it.
But if you're in a band and you have a demo, send it on.
Yeah, I'm going to say it. I'm going to say the word. Don't be cunts.
Oh, there you go. YouTube strike immediately. But even if you weren't in a band, even if you knew of a band and have a demo that you're like, Jesus, I'm like the only person who knows this, send it on. We'd fucking love to hear it.
Might have a couple of demos coming my way from a friend of mine. He was in a Nina band, but you know what Nina's like.
I do.
Yeah. We never played.
Oh, no, there's Philly and the lads are always jamming, so it's good crack. Shout out to you, Philly. You fucking owe me. Right, this week's band is a band called The Eighth Day. They were a 4-piece from Athy in Kildare. I can't remember what years they were active now. I should have the archive open in front of me. But the release we're listening to today is called Ascension, and it's their second demo. And the artwork's pretty cool. It's a blue cover. There it is right there. I probably will try and scan it in at some point. I remember we played with them Within once or twice in Waterford, and I was very surprised with how different they sounded compared to everybody else. It was like they were tuning low. I was like, okay, that's nice, that's cool. There's melody in there. Yeah, there's groove. There's a lot of bands weren't sounding like them, and couldn't wait to get this demo. And let's see, who's in the band. Fuck. So straight away we have Fran on vocals and guitar. I remember him. Adrian Foley, who's still active in the metal scene in Ireland now at the moment. And then Mika on bass and John on drums. And 5 songs. Looking forward to get into it.
Yeah.
Okay, this is all going to be edited out. First song is called Rise Against. So here we go.
right.
Song one in the bag.
Yeah,
Actually, that sounded really fucking cool.
it does. I think
It's
it went on.
heavy, like.
I think it went on a little bit too long, but I liked
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I can
It's cool. The
understand
riff.
now, like just as like an interjection to the way when we write. I can understand now why you say what you say when it comes to it needs to be the right length, and sometimes it's too long. I didn't really understand that until now.
Yeah, when it's someone else's music, you're sitting there going, oh, it's kind
Yeah.
of dragging a bit. But I didn't really feel like it here. It's a good intro song. The riffs are fucking
Oh yeah.
nice. Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The clean singing. Uh, you know what we're like with clean singing.
Yeah.
We have a beast of a vocalist. So, when it comes to cleans, we're kind of a little bit picky, I guess.
Yeah.
Uh, could could be a bit better, but at the same time, we're talking 20 odd years ago. So
Yeah. It would have been, oh, fuck, I want to say 2003. I
yeah,
might be wrong about that now.
that's
2003, 2004.
2003 when I moved to Ireland.
There you go. Yeah, it's good first song. That's last.
I like that.
Yeah. Again, like not many bands sounding like this at that
No.
time. Even us in within I remember playing with them going, fuck, they're tuned low and they got groove. They don't care about. It's clear they didn't give a shit about sounding like traditional and stuff. They just wanted to do their own thing. I did hear a lot of Earth Tone 9 in it. They would have said it themselves back then. Great band to take things from, so no problems there. Like,
Yeah. Slight.
So-
I think there were slight elements of kind of slight Gothenburgy kind of stuff. Slight. I didn't say a lot. Slight.
yeah, no, it's cool. Yeah, on to the next one. What's really funny is the next song is called "As It Withers from Within,"
Right.
and for the YouTube version, Adrian's going to kill me now. I'm going to have a video clip of the guitarist introducing this song and dedicating it to Within. So I'm going to do that right now.
Anyhow, this next song, I want to dedicate to some new friends we met today from Within. Yeah! And as fate would have it, this song is called As It Withers from Within.
There you go.
I like that.
Another banger.
Yeah.
Class song. Yeah, we'll get into it at the end of, when we wrap it up, but the production does pull it back a bit,
Just
you
a
know.
small bit, yeah.
I'd love to hear it with full on production, like proper clarity.
Nowadays.
Yeah, riffs are class. That fucking verse, and then that breakdown in the middle. The
Yeah,
breakdown in the middle,
had to continue on a little bit, but then
Yeah.
it just went straight back into a chorus, and I was like,
and then the breakdown in the middle. It's like straight away. I'm like, oh, that's my jam.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Yeah.
Very much you.
Very much me. Again, ahead of, well, maybe not ahead, but completely different to what was going on in Ireland at that time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah, fucking moving along. This is a good EP. I'm kind of,
I want you to send this EP to me.
will do. I have it ripped. Because risking playing a CD on my computer the way it is.
Oh, yeah, definitely not. Not a good idea.
Right, next song, number 3, Blood of the New Earth. It's kind of hard to read. A lot of the song titles are in black against this blue. Fucking.
Plus, you're not wearing any glasses.
Not wearing my fucking spectacles in it. All right. Blood of the New Earth. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that was good as well. The one gripe I'd have with it would be the way it came back in at 3 minutes. It
Yeah.
just came out of nowhere. It was like really kind of bringing it down, and then there was no kind of fade out, and then into it. It was always just straight in. Maybe that's what they were going for, but
Probably is, yeah. Because you're like,
stylistically for me,
that's nice and pleasant, and then bang.
yeah.
I do like it does sound like, I remember talking to the guitarist years ago, and I think they were on drop A for a couple of the songs, and then the others were like standard B. So, it's easy live to change it. But again, the other thing is, again, it's another song it's fucking great, but it's like production's pulling the back of it. Yeah, I mean, again, we're probably not going to talk about the end of wrap up, but yeah, I never got into actually where they tracked this. Recorded and mixed at APT Studios, Dublin, Ireland. I don't know anything about that. Engineered by Rob McLeod, Andrew McNeve, and Conor O'Brien. Mastered by G Money. I don't know who G Money is. Fuck, I'm so ignorant. Yeah.
God, we're so out of touch.
So I should have researched this better. Oh God, I know. But look, as we go through these, probably studios and names will come back up as we go and go, oh yeah, this guy, he did this band. So that's gonna be cool joining them together.
Yeah.
But
at least then we'll be able to see if there's an evolution in the sound quality and the production and everything as well.
All right, next song is Open Eyes.
Okay.
Take your place.
well.
I like it, but again, I think the common theme with the band, unfortunately, is production lets it down.
It does. This song in particular, I feel like it just has a steady level the whole way through.
Yeah.
And I think it's a bit early for fatigue to set in a release, but it was starting to there. I was like, okay, like I'd imagine this was killer live,
Yeah, it just seems like as if it was kind of like a filler song type of thing.
Yeah, I know.
Just kind of bridge a gap between like the first two and then the final two.
Okay, so on to our last song. What the fuck is the last song called? It's Your Turn. Okay. And it's this song's turn. Hey. Short and sweet.
Was that it?
Yeah, that's it. Short and sweet, man.
Fuck. I was only getting into it.
Exactly, yeah. Maybe that's the point too. That's probably the heaviest song in the whole EP, I'd say.
Should have been the first one.
Yeah, or at least I'd say maybe if they open shows with that'd be cool too.
Yeah. I reckon like the way the EP is structured might have been the way they recorded it and they just left it as.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that. I'd make sure that every song had its fucking position. Like, we have to discuss the way it is. Otherwise, it's
sequencing is very important, rather than just getting your songs down.
Just sequencing, flow, everything. There has to be either a story or like a gradual progression.
Yeah, you don't want two songs that are exactly the same one after another. Yeah.
No, you didn't get that on that thing at all. And the fourth song, the song prior to this one, I'd have put that maybe dead last.
Yeah, or
as
maybe
like a finisher.
Maybe the third one with the kind of clean progressive passage in the middle. Throw that last.
Yeah.
Again, you don't know what way it's going to sequence it, and maybe if they did a full album, they could have expanded on it. But as far as I know, they released this and then they split up a few months after. Really.
Jesus.
Yeah, and this is their second one, and it's. Yeah. I had the first one. We could get to it later on, but this is way heavier than the first one. Like it's heavier and it's more upbeat. So let's go. We should have started with the first one. Sorry.
I mean,
but this is the one I've listened to the most, and ones that a lot of people
they do
remember that.
I can understand. Like that fourth song.
Yeah, but if people do remember this band, they'd remember this more than the other one. So.
Okay.
Yeah, that's that. All right, we better get to what do we say? Performance. Yeah. So performance. I think the performance in this is tight. There's no parts like within one where you're like, oh, they're slowing down, speeding up. They're really fucking tight on this.
Tight, yeah. You can definitely tell they used the click.
Either that or they're really just fucking locked in.
Fuck out of it. Yeah.
Yeah, that is cool. Production, it does pull it back a bit. It's very muddy.
Yeah, it needs a higher quality of production.
like the drums
imagine
in
what that
particular.
sound. Imagine what that would have sounded like had they gone over to, say, Drew Madsen or somebody, and the level of production and mix mastering and all that it would have had
Yeah,
with
like
something
around
like
that time, Hugh Madsen would have just done Nemec's first or second album,
that. I
and
think
a
he
band
was.
like this,
Yeah, I
like
think he did August Burns Red Messengers as well.
yeah, so a band like this going over there, he would have made them sound class.
Yeah,
And
sure.
yeah, just like there's really interesting things happen that are lost literally in the mix, like the drums. You can't. There's a lot of double kicks, but you can't hear them. While you hear it, it's really very down, and
Yeah.
you know,
And even on my
it's
end, like one of the things I notice as well is when it comes to the mixing and everything side of it, the levels are kind of off. It's
mm,
like, sometimes the guitars are more forefront than the drums, and then the vocals are like way too high, and then one of them drops, and then it's
yeah,
like, if you do like a mix down of a recording nowadays and you just don't do anything to it, and like elements do get lost in it, and you kind of can't really pick up on, say, like a specific notation or something like that. You
mm,
that's the whole thing that I'm getting with it. But I
yeah.
mean, don't get me wrong, like the songs are good
Songs
and
are real.
execution is, top dollar, but
Yeah,
production just lets it down.
yeah. The execution of it is like that. This band, they know what they sound like. They know they don't sound like anybody, and which is again back then was very fucking hard to find.
Oh yeah.
So they sounded really, yeah, they sound like themselves. And I would have liked to have seen where they went on to next. As far as I know, the singer started another band, Fran, and I don't know if they're still going or what he's doing even. And then the guitarist Adrian, he's still playing. He's playing with a band called Stereo Nasty, and we played with them in Six Extinction in Cork.
Okay.
They're good. A good band. Good. Not like this in the slightest.
Right. Okay.
But Voice, I love them. I think they're good crack. It's fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's that. That's this one. 8 day.
Okay.
Yay.
Ratings.
So yeah, it's the only thing. Again, the production pulls it down.
6.
6 probably 6,
6 out
7.
of 10. Yeah,
Like the
6, 7. 6.5.
performance of it is performance of it is fucking class.
Yeah, it's just
and it's
it is
tight.
the production.
Yeah, and it's
Prediction
it's a
and
shame.
mix and mastering.
Yeah, it's a shame. But yeah, that's that. Episode 2 in the bag.
Yeah.
Yep. So
Nice.
hope you all enjoyed that one, and like, subscribe, share, all that usual stuff.
Any feedback?
Again,
Just kind of drop us either Dave or myself a line, and
yeah,
if there's anything you feel that we can improve on, any bands you want us to actually specifically look at, if you've got demos or anything like that, just send them our way, and they'll make an appearance somewhere within the
yeah.
next.
Like, I hope that we have an extensive backlog to get through, because that means that's a lot of, say, Irish bands that people mightn't have heard. You know, they might have been around when they were doing their thing, so it's nice to just dig that up again and have a listen.
Yeah.
Now, objectively good crack, listen to it.
Yeah,
but
be embarrassed if at all possible to send it
embrace the crack, embrace it.
Have a laugh with
So
it.
yeah,
Have a laugh
anyway,
with us.
thanks. Yep. So yeah, we'll join you in the next one.
Peace.
Peace.